Here he is. He had to drop 10 pounds, and here he is. Now, how does that affect him to drop 10 pounds in a week? I'll start with you, Chris.
Well, hopefully Kevin was in shape. I don't think his camp would have took it if he wasn't in shape. I believe they were getting ready for something else. This came up. 10 pounds is 10 pounds. It is hard. It is difficult, but not when you're in shape and not when you're such a young, strong guy such as Kevin Torres.
How about you, Kevin? What do you think? Dropping 10 pounds?
Yeah, once again, I agree with Martin. I think that Chris, sorry, but yeah, I think that if you are in shape, and your body is already accustomed to dropping that weight, it shouldn't be a big deal.
There is Kevin Torres, Jose Cobian talking to him. And we are going to go to Pablo Flores, our ring announcer, for the official introduction.
Presentan este encuentro pactado a 6 rounds en la división de peso welter. 6 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Here are 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces: Sergio Lechuga, Jesús González y Carlos de la Rocha. And your referee in charge, su referee para ese combate, el internacional José Cobian. Introducing the fighter, standing in the red corner, wearing black trunks with silver trim. He officially weighs in at 147 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color
we got a little
rojo
short malfunction,
con verde, con un peso de
he is being attended
147
to by
libras. Cuenta con 3 combates
Jose Eduardo
profesionales.
Pum was
He stands
actually
with 3
helping him with
professional
that.
bouts. From Navojoa, Sonora, Yahir Mendoza. And his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing black and green. He officially weighs in at 144.5 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color negro con verde, con un peso de 144.5 libras. He stands with a record of 11 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, and 7 of those wins coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 11 victorias, 1 derrota, 1 empate y 7 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Hailing out of Bellingham, Washington, representing House of Boxing, San Diego, California, y del puerto, la perla del Pacífico, Mazatlán, Sinaloa, the Diamond Boy, Kevin Torres. And here is the final instructions.
Thank you, Pablo. Now we're going to get the final instructions from Jose Cobian, our referee, and our principal. Yahir Mendoza taking on Kevin Torres. Kevin Torres, 11-1-1, trains out of the House of Boxing. And Kevin Torres, from what I've seen before, Kevin, very stiff type of a fighter. You can tell. Highly strung. He doesn't appear to be a totally relaxed type of fighter. Let's see if he's changed that.
Yeah, certainly wanted to find out.
Yahir Mendoza in the red trunks. Kevin Torres in the black with the lime green stripes along the side. And Yahir Mendoza right away shows you he is willing to exchange. And we talked about the weight that Kevin Torres had to drop to take this fight. Let's see if that takes its toll around the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round.
We might not get there, Benny. One thing you mentioned is the fact that Kevin Torres is, not very movement-oriented, but the reason why is because he packs a punch. He's very compact, so when he does throw and he does land, it's going to hurt.
And that's what he's trying to do, load up on some shots against Yahir Mendoza. This is scheduled for 6 rounds. It's in the welterweight division. Mendoza weighing 147, Torres 144.5. Boy, I like the way Torres goes to the body. He goes there with reckless abandon.
His body punches is excellent.
He looks like he's a DMV officer trying to get that organism donated. Loading up on that. Torres backs away.
I'm going to tell you the truth, Benny. That's the first joke that missed the mark tonight.
That wasn't a joke. That was just a description of his work. Yahir is showing he is one tough guy.
Oh, goodness. That was a very good left hook to the body by Kevin Torres.
But look at the way Yahir, though, is right there. Mendoza is right there. Left hand by Mendoza surprises Torres.
Good little combo there by Torres. Excuse me, by Yahir Mendoza. Apologize.
Yahir. So let's see what kind of shape he's in this for this fight.
Yeah, see what kind of shape he's in because he's got a good boxing IQ. I see it. You know, he's got good movement, he's got good combinations, but what type of shape is he? You know, I know Kevin Torres took it on short notice. Maybe Yahir Mendoza did too.
And all of a sudden now the body shots by Torres. It appears to be slowing down the legs of Mendoza.
And
good right hand by Mendoza.
That was a good uppercut by
It was
Mendoza.
a good uppercut.
Torres took it well.
Now, for a lot of these fighters like Mendoza, it is not a full-time job. They have to have other jobs, so therefore they're not able to train probably like they would want to train. But you're right, he does have that good boxing IQ, and he appears to be moving pretty well with it.
Yeah, we definitely don't know Mendoza's backstory, but, you know, you can't see his physique, but as far as his boxing skills, they're there.
And he doesn't even seem to be breathing, so he appears to be in pretty good shape. Round number 2 coming up of a scheduled 6-rounder in the welterweight division. Here's some of the action in round number 1, the opening round exchange right here. And you see right there in that managing that distance, Torres doing a good job.
No, Torres is doing an excellent job with distance on this one. And actually, he wants to be the aggression in this particular fight, so he's doing an excellent job getting on the middle. Or the inside, I should say.
It is round number 2 coming up of a scheduled 6-rounder in the welterweight division. Our referee, Jose Cobian. Our principals, Kevin Torres in the black and lime green. Yahir Mendoza has got on the red trunks and the camouflage stripes.
Great overhand right.
Camouflage stripes that you really can't see very well, but I just kind of guessed. Torres trying to close that distance. You know, I have a camouflage shirt. I put it in my closet and I can't find it.
You know, looking at Torres in this particular fight,
He's switching to a southpaw here.
hey, there we go. I mean, like I said, I mean, he's probably been practicing it. He's probably one of the fighters that, you know, wants to be able to be ambidextrous, you know, and
But see how he doesn't look totally balanced when he goes to that southpaw stance?
no, not at all. He even just threw a wide white
turn back.
left.
That's what he needs to
left
do.
hook.
So you watch right there, and again, do you agree with that for him to try to go to that switch as a southpaw?
To be quite honest, I've seen a few fights back to back for Torres, and I still feel like he's finding himself as a fighter, his particular style and what he wants to settle in, because he has, I believe, he has knockout power. So does he become, you know, more of just a power puncher? But tonight he's showing like a lot of boxing skill, you know. So does he become, you know, does he want to kind of mix the two? I think he's still trying to figure out what he wants to do. So I think
one thing I'd recommend for Kevin Torres is to watch something like Canelo. I think he has a very similar style.
I agree.
You know, he's kind of stocky for the division. He's able to move his head. Look at how he's doing it right now, evading punches and being able to come back. So just watch Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is one of the best in the game right now, and if you can be anywhere near him, you know,
Well, I think
emulate him.
the impressive thing about Canelo is how he has improved.
Yeah.
It
Definitely.
seems like every
Absolutely.
fighter, he's doing something a little bit better, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And just when you think, okay, well, he can't defend against this kid, and then all of a sudden you see him in the next fight, and yeah, he can defend against that.
And you
Yeah.
know why? You know why? It's because of the quality of opponents that he's facing. You know, that is where you learn the most, you know, in terms of who you're facing. And that's why Canelo's grown.
Absolutely. I think Canelo has faced, probably the best opposition of any active fighter right now.
Torres now starting to load up with some of those shots, and he's starting to feel it. And he's starting to position his opponent where he wants him. And round number 2 is in the books. And that is another Kevin Torres round as he goes to his corner, and the people there from the House of Boxing who are going to tend to him. This is Yahir Mendoza from Navojoa, Sonora. And a part of Kevin Torres in his corner there are the Vargas. The Vargas family there tending to him. How often do you see him? How often do you see Kevin Torres?
I'm sorry?
How often do you see Kevin Torres in the gym?
Well, I'm not part of his gym, but I do see him at his fights. But I don't see him that often in terms of a daily thing.
And there's a right hand. Torres landing one right hand, but again, Yahir Mendoza very astute in his way of stepping right in there and coming back and launching some shots himself. This is round number 4. No, I'm sorry, it's round number 3. Round number 3. A good uppercut right there by Kevin Torres.
I like the durability here by Yahir Mendoza. The 0-3 record definitely does not say what he is. He's a good quality fighter, man.
And he's got a better defense than you think he does too, because he does those little subtle things to be out of the range of Kevin Torres.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got good boxing skills. He just doesn't have the body makeup. That'll say, oh, you walks down the street, that guy's not a boxer. But you get in the ring with him, yeah, he is.
Some people just naturally have a knack for, just the movement, of a fighter. It looks like he has it.
And all of a sudden now, Mendoza being much more active in the red trunks. Kevin Torres. Trying to work the head exclusively of Mendoza. And now he goes to the body. And you can see the problems Mendoza gives him there, Kevin, because you watch, his shoulder is too squared on the part of Kevin Torres. Really a square shoulder fighter.
Yeah, that takes away from him being able to be fluid and give those counter punches that he needs to give in those particular exchanges.
Now we see him as a southpaw. Okay, Chris, take it right there, though. See as a southpaw? You think he's slowed down?
He's a little bit awkward, but he's doing it well. I'm sure he's practiced it in the gym, or else he wouldn't be feeling comfortable to do it in the fight. And he's doing it good right now. He's got. That's how you learn. You try things in the fight. Is this gonna work? Okay, it worked. It didn't work? Okay.
It's trial and error. Yahir Mendoza in the Rex. All of a sudden, he's been the recipient of some brutal shots by Kevin Torres.
That just reminds me right now. You saying so? Me, in my experience, I fought Luis Del Valle. He handed me my second professional loss, and I remember I was hitting him so easily throughout the fight. At one point, I said, you know what? I'm going to turn southpaw. I turned southpaw, and I did it consistently throughout the round. And towards the end of the round, he caught me with a solid left hook.
I knew eventually I'd get that out of him, you know that?
And asked me if I'd ever turn southpaw in a fight again. No, the answer is no. So I learned there, okay, I can't do it well. So don't turn. So maybe one day, Kevin Torres is going to learn that, or he's going to get really good and not have that happen to him. You know,
Yeah.
so that happened to me. My experience, I'm never doing that again.
Kevin, did you ever do it?
Yeah, I've switched southpaw a few times. I was actually pretty good at it, to be quiet. But I used to train for it ever since I was a teenager. So, I always wanted to be able to switch left or right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, did Kevin Torres train for it a little bit more? Most likely.
And here we go. Watch this uppercut here by Kevin Torres. There's the upper. With the left hand.
With the left hand from the southpaw position. So that's good, man.
Yeah, you can see a little delay on it, though, and that probably is because it's not his natural position. But
yeah.
overall, I think he's doing a pretty good job, southpaw, quite honestly.
But as a kicker in the NFL, Chris, I never tried to kick left-footed.
Okay, there you go.
I never tried to kick left-footed.
Perfect example.
I don't think you guys got any brownie points to try. Like, they just want you to make it, right?
Let's see if it is a 4-round fight, and we'll get this thing. Yeah, Jose Cobian thinking it's a 4. It is a 6-rounder in the welterweight division. Kevin Torres picking it up. And again, Kevin, this is about the time when a guy who's dropped 10 pounds in 1 week is going to start feeling it.
Yeah, around about the middle of the fight, I think it'll. But once again, it just depends on how conditioned you have been, and I think Kevin stays in the gym, so he's not slowing down, that's for sure.
I have to reiterate the fact that Kevin is a young guy. If he was an older guy with old legs, then yes. But Benny, he's a young kid, and he's getting stronger as the fight goes on. To me, he's throwing harder punches.
Being very active is Kevin Torres. Torres trying to land that right hand. And Kevin, he's doing a better job of creating punching angles now. He's leaning to one side and then coming up. See right there? Steps to his left and then throws that left hook to the body.
Yes, he did. He is. Putting a little more velocity on his punches.
And this is one thing, you know what, I was touching on the subject, I recently opened a gym, Benny, and I was touching on the subject with some kids that I've been training. You either have a six-pack as a boxer like Kevin Torres right now, or you have a keg like Yahir Mendoza, because he's taking solid shots to the body and he has not folded.
Torres trying to find it. Now all of a sudden Mendoza tapping on that keg and delivering a couple right hands. Both of them missing right there. Mendoza now trying to close that space.
That was actually a really good body punch right there.
Doing great body work.
He keeps going to Yahir Mendoza's body, and you don't see it. You don't see it on Mendoza's body language that it's hurting him.
And now all of a sudden, Torres now trying to load up with that right hand. And goes to the body again, but again, Mendoza still right there, no problem at all.
Maybe he's just a glutton for punishment because he's been taking some big shots, especially to the body in this fight.
Yeah. I think it must be a little frustrating for Kevin Torres, the fact that, Mendoza's taking all his shots and still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it seems like every time Torres hits that body, it takes a while for him to get his hand out of there.
Sinks in a little bit.
Good left hand right there by Torres from a close distance.
Good shot.
I think they think the fight is over. No. They're a little shocked right there that it's not. So it is scheduled for 6 rounds, folks.
Yeah, I think they thought the fight was over. Yeah, I think they thought the fight was over. His coach was about to take his gloves off.
And again, from the House of Boxing, Yahir Mendoza asking the referee, is it over? We'll get some of the replay there from the 4th round. Here is Yahir Mendoza. feints right there and misses. And now he finds a left ear. And a big right hand by Mendoza. Round number 5 of a scheduled 6-rounder. Your principals in the ring, they are Kevin Torres in the black and the lime green, taking on Yahir Mendoza in the red trunks and the camouflage stripes. And you see all of a sudden now Torres loading up and digging that body.
And that
got hurt.
Yeah, that was solid. That was solid.
So he's
Taking that
grimacing in
count.
pain, yeah. He's hurting.
And you know, you can always tell that delayed response when you
Yes.
take it in the solar plexus.
Yes. Kevin needs to jump on him.
That's
there
it.
it is.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. Jose Cobian stops it, and Kevin Torres now goes to 12. 1-1 in his record. Took the fight on a 1 week's notice. And like we said, he was in great shape. Had to drop 10 pounds, but he was in great shape. And comes out here and slugs it out, mixes it up, attacking the body and the head, and gets the win. Yahir Mendoza, a valiant effort, gave it everything he had, took it while he could, but finally it was too much. So Kevin Torres, the body attack, paid off. And this is a young fighter, you mentioned, Chris, so he's still a learning experience. Remember, every time he gets in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, in his last fight, he got a quick TKO victory in his comeback fight after his first loss. But in this one, he had to work for it, Benny. And I think that's what he needed. He needed the rounds.
Let's take a look at his body work right here. And watch him dig that body. That's the one. Watch the delayed response. And another one. And that was about the time when all of a sudden the organisms inside that body, or as Chris Martin described it, inside the keg, finally felt it right there. And there he is, Yahir Mendoza.
He's still feeling it right now.
Yeah. How long is he going to feel that for?
Just get a couple beers in him, he'll be fine after this.
Fill up the tank, huh?
Yeah.
Here we go. And here is Pablo Flores with the official time of the
Damas y
knockdown.
caballeros, este combate concluye con un tiempo de 46 segundos en el sexto asalto. We
performance by
have the
Kevin
official
Torres.
time of 46 seconds into round number 6. Declaring a winner by the way of KO victory. Su ganador por la vía del knockout Bellingham, Washington, House of Boxing San Diego, and Mazatlán, Sinaloa. The Diamond Boy, Kevin Torres.
So Kevin Torres now ups his record to 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. And like you said, Chris, he had a short fight last time, so this time he got to get in some rounds.
Yeah, he definitely had to work for it today. Yahir Mendoza was game despite the 0-3 record. You know, he really was a good fighter, man. He'd give anybody trouble.